chill to know. All right, let's dive into this one. Siddhartha.
Yeah, Hermann Hesse's Siddhartha.
It's a book that's been on our list for a while now, and
A classic.
a classic, yeah. And I think it's one that, people have heard of, but maybe haven't actually gotten around to reading.
Or maybe they read it a long time ago and forgot about it.
Yeah.
And it's one of those that I think really stays with you.
It's so rich. And our goal today is to kind of extract some of that wisdom, make it accessible, but without, oversimplifying it.
Right, because it is deep.
Right, because it's deep, it's a journey. And I think a lot of us, maybe we felt this way too. You're looking for answers, but maybe not in the usual places.
Not just the self-help books, not just
Yeah.
the gurus, the experts.
Yeah, not the 10 steps to
Exactly.
enlightenment, whatever that is. And Siddhartha, that's kind of his whole deal. He starts off with that feeling. Let's explore that journey.
Yeah, and what's interesting about him from the start is his situation's already pretty good. He's got a lot going for him. Son of a Brahmin, respected family.
Like he's privileged, right?
Yeah, privileged. He's smart. He's mastered all the practices, the rituals, the intellectual stuff.
He's got it all.
He's got a great friend, Govinda,
Super close to him.
devoted friend. Family loves him. But underneath all of that, there's this nagging dissatisfaction. Yeah.
Hesse calls it the restlessness of the soul.
Right. It's like it makes you think, all the external stuff, the validation, it doesn't necessarily equal inner peace.
No. And for Siddhartha, it's more than just, a vague feeling. He starts to really question the whole system he's in.
The system he's grown up in. Yeah.
And he sees his father, right, this revered, learned man. And he even wonders, is my father truly at peace?
Yeah. Or is he also searching?
Is he seeking something more? And this sparks a really key idea for Siddhartha, this sense that the true source, the real deal, has to be within.
It's an inner journey.
It's an inner journey. It's not about the doctrines. It's not about the traditions. Those might actually be a distraction.
And that's a big part of why he makes this really radical decision. He leaves all that comfort behind. He joins the Samanas.
The ascetics.
Yeah, these hardcore self-denial guys.
Hardcore.
And Govinda, his loyal friend, he goes with him. They're in it together.
That's true friendship.
Right. And their path is all about, it's fascinating. It's all about depriving the self. They do these extreme fasts.
We're talking like 15 days, 28 days.
Yeah, crazy, right. And they meditate to empty the mind, and they even try to, inhabit the consciousness of animals.
I love that imagery.
Yeah.
Becoming a heron. Becoming a jackal.
It's trying to transcend the ego.
Right. But this is the big question that comes up. Is this really liberation? Or is it just another form of attachment?
Attachment to the idea of escaping the self, yeah.
And Siddhartha, he starts to wrestle with that. He starts to have doubts.
Yeah, and he has this realization that the practices, it's like fleeing from the self. He even compares it to someone getting drunk.
To escape, yeah.
Just a temporary escape.
Numbing the pain.
Numbing the pain. And this leads him to even question the value of teachings in general, of learning.
Of all knowledge.
All knowledge, yeah. He's starting to feel that true knowledge, that Atman, that essence, it's already within.
It's already there.
And that the desire to know it, to grasp it intellectually, is actually what's blocking it.
Is the obstacle.
It's the obstacle, yeah.
And this is where he and Govinda really diverge.
Yeah, they split on this one.
Govinda still believes in the power of learning, of the traditional path.
The tried and true.
Yeah, tried and true. Siddhartha's like, there's nothing to be learned.
At least not in the way they've been taught, right?
Yeah, he's distrustful of these prepackaged belief systems.
And it's interesting, right? Think about your own life. Have you ever tried to solve something intellectually and it just keeps getting more complicated?
Totally. The more you think about it, the further away the answer seems.
Exactly.
So they're on this journey, and then they encounter Gautama Buddha.
Yeah, and it's almost like mythical.
The
Buddha arrives, and Govinda, he's hooked.
He's in awe.
He's in awe.
He wants to learn everything.
He wants to be a disciple.
Yeah.
And they travel to Savatthi to hear the Buddha's teachings.
And for Siddhartha, it's less about the specific teachings and more about the presence of the Buddha.
The embodiment of enlightenment.
Yeah, he just recognizes this holiness, this authenticity. It's a deep, intuitive thing.
It's beyond words.
It's beyond words. And the Buddha's teachings, they focus on right living, on avoiding suffering.
The Eightfold Path.
The Eightfold Path, yeah. But Siddhartha realizes something crucial. He realizes that the Buddha's awakening came from his own search.
His own unique path.
His own unique path. It didn't come from some pre-existing set of rules.
Yeah.
And that mystery, that experience, it can't be taught.
It can't be conveyed through words.
It's a deeply personal thing.
And that's why, with all due respect, Siddhartha decides not to become a disciple.
He declines. Yeah.
He understands that this liberation, it's individual, it's something you have to find within yourself,
Not by following a dogma.
not by joining a group. And the Buddha, he kind of hints at this.
He's wise.
Yeah. He says to Siddhartha, be aware of too much wisdom. That's so good.
It's like a little warning,
Yeah, like intellectual understanding can only take you so far.
especially when it comes to these profound truths.
Right. And as Siddhartha walks away, he has this clear sense of purpose. He's like, okay, I'm going to seek the innermost part of myself, but I'm going to do it on my own terms.
Shedding all those old identities.
He's not a Brahman. He's not a Samana. He's not even a follower of the Buddha. He's ready for a new kind of exploration.
And that's what the next phase, the awakening, is all about.
He's leaving everything behind. And he's realizing that this self, the thing he's been trying to escape, is the thing he knows the least about,
The thing he's been focused on all along.
but never really examined. It's funny how that works, right?
But the thing you try to run from is the thing you need to face. Yeah. So, listeners, think about that in your own lives. What are you trying to escape? Maybe that's where the answers lie.
Maybe that's the starting point.
Siddhartha decides, I'm going to be my own teacher. I'm going to learn from my own life.
He's going to uncover the secret of Siddhartha.
The secret of himself.
Yeah.
It's a powerful shift.
And with that awakening, he sees the world in a whole new way.
It's not an illusion to be transcended anymore.
He embraces the sensory world.
He finds beauty in everything. He doesn't need to search for some hidden meaning.
And this is where he meets the ferryman.
This is a key encounter.
Yeah. The ferryman gives him this simple but profound lesson.
Everything is coming back.
Everything is coming back. It's this cyclical nature of existence. It's a flow, a return.
A constant becoming.
And he's starting to grasp it through experience, not through intellectual understanding.
It's not about concepts anymore. It's about living it.
And he describes feeling like a child again, seeing the world with fresh eyes.
That innocence. Yeah. And then his physical desires awaken. He meets a woman by the stream.
It's a total departure from his ascetic past. He's embracing the sensual world.
And this leads him to the city, to Kamala, the courtesan.
But even this pursuit, it's not just about pleasure.
There's an intention behind it. He wants to learn from her.
He wants her to be his teacher, his friend.
In the art of love.
Right. It's a conscious choice to explore this part of life that he had denied before.
He's immersing himself in worldly experience.
And then he gets into business with Kamaswami.
He learns the rules of the game.
Yeah, but he remains detached. He's playing the game, but his heart isn't really in it.
He's observing, he's learning, but he's not consumed by it.
He doesn't get caught up in the pursuit of wealth.
He's unfazed by profit and loss.
Yeah. And he observes the childlike people, as he calls them.
The people who are totally absorbed in their desires.
Yeah. And he's both drawn to them and kind of
Disdainful.
disdainful, yeah. Like
Yeah.
he sees the beauty in it, but also the
trap.
trap, yeah.
But eventually, this detached life, it starts to wear on him.
He feels this alienation.
A quiet voice inside starts to say, you're not really living. You're just watching.
Have you ever felt that way? Like you're on the outside looking in?
Totally. It's a weird, unsettling feeling.
Yeah.
And even though he's successful, he's wealthy.
He's got everything he's supposed to want.
He feels this emptiness. Hess calls it the disease of the soul.
The disease of the rich.
The disease of the rich. And that inner voice, the one that used to guide him, it goes quiet.
He's lost his compass.
And he enters this phase called samsara, this feeling of being trapped in the cycle of desire and attachment.
The endless game.
He feels like his life has been wasted. He remembers those moments of bliss he felt when he was seeking.
When he had a purpose.
And he realizes he wanted to be like those childlike people.
But their goals weren't his goals.
And he's become even more unhappy than they are.
It's a powerful realization that the game has lost its meaning.
And he experiences this deep shift, like something inside him has died.
His attachment to that way of life.
And he lets go of everything. His
Mhm.
possessions, his wealth, his comfortable life. He leaves the city.
It's a huge act of letting go.
Yeah. It's a recurring theme in the book, right?
Right.
Letting go of what you think you need to find what you truly desire.
And he returns to the river.
The same river from his youth.
Full circle.
He's in despair. He even contemplates suicide.
It's a dark moment.
But then, in this moment of hopelessness, he hears the sound, Om,
That primordial sound.
the universal vibration. And he had this flash of awakening. He recognizes the unity of all things,
Yeah, interconnectedness.
and he falls into a deep sleep.
A dreamless sleep.
And when he wakes up, he feels reborn.
Renewed.
All his burdens are gone.
And he meets Govinda again,
His old friend.
who's now a monk.
Yeah. He's found his path, it seems.
And Govinda's surprised to see Siddhartha. He doesn't look like an ascetic. He's wearing fine clothes.
He looks like a wealthy man.
Yeah. But Siddhartha says, I'm also on a pilgrimage.
He's still searching. And he explains that those clothes, they're just part of his journey. They're a reminder of his experiences.
He's not denying his past. He's embracing it.
And he feels this incredible joy, this love for everything around him.
After that deep sleep,
It's like he needed to experience both extremes.
the asceticism and the indulgence
To deconstruct his beliefs and find a more integrated sense of self.
to come full circle.
And he even says he feels like a child again. But this time, it's different.
He's got the wisdom of experience.
Yeah. And he decides to stay by the river.
To learn from it.
And from Vasudeva, the ferryman.
Who's this amazing listener?
Yeah. Vasudeva embodies a different kind of wisdom. It's not intellectual. It's this deep, empathetic listening.
He's present.
And he teaches Siddhartha to listen to the river.
The river knows everything, he says.
The river knows everything. And Siddhartha learns to listen with an open heart.
Without judgment.
And he starts to understand that there is no time.
The present moment is all there is.
His life is like the river.
A continuous flow.
And the river's voice, it contains all the sounds of creation. The sound of Om.
The interconnectedness of everything.
And both Siddhartha and Vasudeva, they have this serene smile.
It's a reflection of their inner peace.
And then Kamala returns.
Yeah, she's on her way to see the dying Buddha,
With her son.
who's also named Siddhartha.
It's a beautiful coincidence.
It's like the cycle continues.
And she recognizes Siddhartha by the river. And she sees in him the young Samana he once was.
The essence hasn't changed.
Even though he's lived a worldly life.
And then she dies.
A snake bite.
Yeah. And this brings Siddhartha a deeper understanding of life and death.
Their interconnectedness.
The eternity of every moment.
And then he becomes a father to his son.
And he experiences the challenges of parenthood.
His son is rebellious.
He doesn't want to follow in his father's footsteps.
And Siddhartha struggles with this. He wants to guide his son to protect him.
But Vasudeva gives him wise advice.
He says, let him go.
He compares it to water wanting to join water. Youth wanting to join youth.
You can't protect someone from their own destiny.
From samsara.
But Siddhartha can't let go. Not at first.
It's too painful.
And then his son steals from him.
Takes the ferry's money and the boat.
And runs away. And Siddhartha's heartbroken.
He wants to chase after him.
But he stops himself. He goes to Kamala's former pleasure garden.
The place where he first experienced the world of the senses.
And he has this moment of reflection.
He sees his own life mirrored in his son's actions.
The cycle repeating itself.
The inevitability of individual paths.
And he lets go.
He surrenders.
And this is where he really starts to see people different.
He sees the childlike people with understanding and warmth.
Their desires don't seem foolish anymore.
He recognizes the forces that drive them.
Their blind faith, their strength.
And he realizes the oneness of all life.
It's not a concept anymore. It's a lived reality.
And he starts to feel it, to breathe it in.
And the river laughs.
Yeah, and Siddhartha sees his reflection. And he sees his father's face.
The cycle of suffering and love.
The interconnectedness of generations.
And he opens up to Vasudeva.
He tells him everything.
His whole life story.
And Vasudeva listens.
With that deep, non-judgmental listening.
And Siddhartha's pain dissolves into the river.
And then Vasudeva passes away peacefully.
He merges with the oneness.
He's completed his journey.
And then Govinda returns.
Still seeking enlightenment after all these years.
Still searching.
And Siddhartha says to him, finding means, being free, being open, having no goal.
It's a paradox.
Wisdom can't be taught.
It sounds like foolishness.
But Siddhartha has realized something profound. The potential for enlightenment is within everyone.
In every being.
The world is perfect in every moment.
He accepts everything. Sin, death, it's all part of the whole.
He uses the analogy of the stone.
Every stone has its place. Every being has its value.
And he values things over thoughts.
Lived experience over intellectual concepts.
And in the final scene, Govinda kisses Siddhartha's forehead.
And he experiences a vision of the interconnectedness of all things.
He sees Siddhartha's smile, and he recognizes it.
It's the same smile as the Buddha's.
Govinda has found his own enlightenment.
Through experience.
Through listening.
Through letting go.
So, As you reflect on Siddhartha's journey, what resonates with you? Maybe it's the idea that true learning comes from your own unique experiences,
From embracing the complexities of
from
life,
the detours, from the mistakes.
from the moments when you feel lost.
And maybe the real aha moment is recognizing that everything is connected.
Your joys, your sorrows, your triumphs, your failures.
It's all part of the same river.
The river of existence.
Think about how Siddhartha's path, his journey from spiritual seeking to worldly experience and back again, how that might offer a new perspective on your own life.
Are you holding too tightly to one way of understanding?
Could there be wisdom in the experiences you're tempted to dismiss?
The things that make you uncomfortable.
The things that challenge your beliefs?
Siddhartha found peace not by escaping the world, but by fully engaging with it.
By listening to the river of his own being.
What is your river telling you?
That's something to ponder.